Hello everyone, my name is Jett Tattersall and welcome back to the Women in Pop podcast. It is so lovely to be with you today. Now, first I want to remind you all that Women in Pop magazine issue 17 is out now with the divine Celine Dion on the cover. Now this woman, we know she's an absolute legend, and across 10 pages we explore her career from child star to the absolute queen of Vegas, and finally the certified music icon she is today. We also have interviews with Amy Shark, Missy Higgins, Sophie Tucker and so many more. Plus, over 10 pages, we celebrate the 50-year anniversary of the mighty ABBA winning the Eurovision Song Contest, beginning their global march of dominance and bringing the gorgeous voices of singers Agnetha and Frida into everyone's hearts. You can buy your copy now at womeninpop.com/subscribe or in a news agency near you. Now, our guest today released her debut single, Born to Be Alive, in 2023 and almost instantly garnered critical acclaim as well as this ridiculously massive fan base. Equally at home with big emotional ballads and very quirky pop music. Her music is just addictive and relatable, and she is really the most incredible lyricist. Seriously, after listening to this podcast, go and read her lyrics. They are just the chef's kiss. She has recently released the new single Rich and has also announced she will be touring across Australia in September and October. It is, of course, the wonderful Bea and her business. Bea, hello and welcome to Women in Pop.
Hello, what an intro. Thank you.
Oh, mate. Well, it's an intro because all we do here is obsess over your words.
Stop.
No, seriously.
Stop. No, I'm blushing.
Seriously. They would just be words, but then you deliver it with such which is everything. Congratulations on putting them together with beautiful melodies.
Thanks.
And releasing such great pop songs.
Thank you.
It's amazing.
That's so kind. No, that really is kind. It's cool. I'm a very lyrically driven person. So I feel like hearing someone say that they like my lyrics, I'm like, that's all I need to hear.
I'm always curious because, of course, when you're a songwriter, you love both, but I don't know. I'm always curious. I'm imagining when you secretly can't have a favourite child, but you do.
But you do.
You totally
I know
do.
it kind of is like that.
But is yours on the lyric side?
I think definitely I'm on the lyric side. But I think it's weird because I write a lot of poetry in my notes. And so I write songs based off the poems that I write because I always have to write down my thoughts and think about what I want to say before I'm going to say it because I find it very hard to be articulate. And so I think that's why I went the whole poetry route and that's why I became very lyrically driven. Whereas now I do think I'm trying to venture into more of a melodic space. Whereas with the new music I'm writing that I haven't put out yet, I've definitely been more conscious of how I'm using my voice because I think it's also quite important to tailor songs to where your voice thrives, I guess. And I don't think I've really been doing that. I kind of just write the song with the lyrics in mind, but never the melody. So I'm it's time to go to the melody, I think.
Go to the next level. But I mean, let's be honest, it's been working fine for you so far.
It's
so
yeah.
it's all right.
It's all right. It's all right.
It's so fine. When you say that, as you said, writing the poetry and getting the words out, of course, there is naturally, not speaking as a songwriter, but speaking as someone who's, like many of us, have kept really embarrassing diaries. There is a tendency to edit the way your voice sounds.
Yeah.
And we come across what we think at the time is really grown up and sincere, and actually, it's not. But what I find really interesting about what you just said is because your poetry is still so funny and self-reflective and self-deprecating. You don't hold any punches to yourself, but it's not done with melodrama. It's done with a backhanded laugh, which I think is so, so very cool.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm just going to play Rich now, just in case anyone hasn't figured out what I'm talking about.
Now all I do is moan. Back in the day, I used to be this legendary hoe. I was holding competitions to see who could kiss the most. And extra points if you end up sucking on somebody's toe. Get the girls in the car to the club. Girls gonna dance and the boys gonna love this. Licking their lips, wishing they had their big boy hands all on my hips. Everybody's on some drugs, everybody wants some love. I don't want shit, I don't need to chase that hit. Long as I got my boys and girls, I'm rich. And now I'm rolling in my bed.
I mean, look, used to be a weapon. Now all I do is moan. Back in the day, I used to be this legendary hoe. Are you kidding?
It's so funny. It is laughable, and I do sometimes question why the hell I put that in a song, but at the same time I'm like, it reflects my personality so much. It was literally all the verses in that song and the middle eight was literally the like block of words that I just written in my notes page, and I just put a melody to it when I got on the mic. So it was like totally raw, totally unfiltered, very British. There's a line about sucking toes in there. I mean, it just, yeah, whatever. It's out there now. It's out there.
I love it so much. And this is also this kind of shits and giggles, but real, the honesty there. It's very tricky because we're in this world where people are so tired of filters and we're so tired of the bullshit and the airbrushing, and that's not just in a visual way, but also with our songs. And this is why obviously social media has been great. With TikToks, we're seeing things, straight out the gate.
Yeah.
However, there is also the fear and the tendency to exaggerate that to a point where you're even manufacturing that.
A messiness.
Yeah, manufacturing the messy, or even that kind of like 90s, like, oh, we're not caring, we don't try.
Yeah, we're so nonchalant and like we don't like give a shit about anything.
We don't give
like
a
effortless.
Shit. But please listen to us, please.
Yeah.
We have money.
We beg.
But this just lands actually like, you go, yes, I've created this song and I've worked it, but it really has come from the moment that I've written it, which I think is an exceptional thing to do.
Oh, thank you.
Again, thank you. Well done. Rich is like this core mantra of a song, snippeted with embarrassing anecdotes. And it's all comedy, and it's allowing for room for rest, of course, or play. But basically, you're celebrating the downtime as much as the strive time. You now, as a fully fledged pop star, touring all over the globe. Yes, you are. No, you totally are.
No, definitely not.
You're there. Touring all over the globe, and you're releasing comedy banger upon banger. How is that downtime working out for you?
I mean, not great at the moment, but no, I think, I'm about to go to New Zealand and write, which will be really fun. And then when I get back, downtime, I have 3 days. It's great. I have 3 days of downtime. It's going to be lit. Yeah, I think I get enough downtime, I feel like, I wrote Rich because I felt like a bit of a grandma and I wanted to get out there, let my hair down, let loose, act like a normal 21-year-old. And so I think I've always been seeking the pace of things and like seeking the fun. And I think this is so fun being in Australia, So I'm just trying to cherish it while it lasts, And I think there's been plenty of times where I've been sat at home writing music on my piano and drinking tea and being quite chill. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I think it doesn't matter that it's not downtime right now,
100%. I mean, we're getting all the benefits. I was just curious because the song, you're telling us to have our downtime. I was like, I wonder if, I
know if she actually gets to go and party with her mates. This is the thing. I mean, I feel like I just like having one blowout a month where I'll have a big night out till 8 a.m. and then I'm like, perfect. I'm satisfied for the month. It's great. And if I have that, then I'm all good.
That's smart, actually. I've done my going out.
Yeah.
And just that one time, and you have enough memories.
Exactly.
So you're good to go on.
Then all those photos I can just reminisce on throughout the month, and then off I go into the next month, and it happens again.
Oh, I wish I had you giving advice when I was 21. Seriously. I'm now on this great lyricism, self-deprecating comedy. I actually want to play Too Loud from 2024.
I may be raw, I may be reckless, but I'm not standing down my edges. I'm a tragically imperfect bitch. Well, I wasn't grown in a petri dish. I'm loud, I'm obnoxious. Should I be more self-conscious? Is it bad that I don't want to change? 'Cause I'm on a roll, I'm doing well. I'll be the story that they tell about the girl who runs her mouth. At least I've always been myself. I'll keep picking up storm, 'cause that's the way that I was born. So leave your And if they told me how I came into this world somehow, and that's the way I'm going now.
Okay, let's go into I'm a tragically imperfect bitch. Well, I wasn't grown in a petri dish. Seriously, it's so good. Your music is obviously noted for this kind of dramatic melodies, which you're now even going to dramatise even further, apparently, and this hefty pinch of irony. How do you balance those elements to create a sound that is very much you?
God, that's a good question. I think for me, well, when I was writing that song, for example, I was just, again, I had like the whole poem thing and like the concept written out, and like a load of the lyrics were already in my notes page, and I kind of just put those lyrics to melody, and then it just inherently felt like me because I'd already thought out the concept, and like I'd really thought about how I actually felt about this one thing, instead of like writing something that you think you should write because other people might relate to it or other people might feel the same way. I think as long as like you're writing things because you actually think that, then it's going to feel inherently you. And I think there are times where you do get really caught up and you see a song come out and it's like really resonated with globally, and you're like, well, maybe I should write about that then, or maybe I should write in that style or whatever. And it's like, no, because that's what makes that person special and that's amazing. But like, that's not what's going to make you stand out. That's going to make you sound exactly like that person. So I think it's just like rechecking in on yourself to be like, is this something you'd actually say? And is this like the way you'd actually want to like present that thought?
It's a tricky one to learn, though.
Yeah.
It's a really tricky one to learn. And I imagine, particularly as an artist, like, you know what I mean, as solo artist, in navigating this gauntlet, like great gauntlet, but also gauntlet of an industry where everyone has an opinion.
Yeah.
And everyone has an opinion online. And I mean, this is all the world is right now. It's opinions. And you're making a career out of it. It must be quite hard, particularly when you're songwriting, to really block all that out and keep making what you want to listen to, basically.
Yeah, no, exactly. I think you just have to like keep delving into like great music and just keep like a bit of a like tunnel vision on just like the art of music, instead of getting lost in social media and like it's like the whole thing of like co-comparison and reading comments and like, I don't know, there's so much like scrutiny online, and I think that can really affect like the vision of an artist, do you know what I mean? And like how they perceive their own art. And so it's like you just got to get on with it, see the world how you see the world and write from your perspective, and hope that one day, you know, people kind of like it and they resonate in some way or another. But yeah, I always just try and find myself like, I just listen to great music, just keep listening to music, and like keep surrounding yourself with other great art, because I think that's such an amazing source of like inspiration. Even like going to galleries and like going and watching amazing theatre productions and films and like these pieces that have been made with so much like thought and creativity behind them is so cool, and it's really inspiring. So yeah.
100%. Can I ask you, who are those artists you turn to when you need a little motivation? Listen.
Oh my God, there's actually so many. I mean, recently I've just been like binging Brandy Carlisle. Like, nice. I'm like obsessed. Like, you don't understand the level I'm obsessed. Have you listened to the Story record?
No, I haven't listened to the story. Do I
need
to
listen
to the story?
Listen to the Story record.
Okay.
It's a joke. She's a joke. She's like a force of nature. Like, the way she uses her voice is insane. Her lyrics, everything about it is insane. I listen to Brandy Carlisle. I listen to a lot of, like, if I want to tap back into, like, brutal honesty, like Lily Allen. Absolutely Beautiful. Adore Lily Allen. I've been listening to a lot of Tori Amos at the moment. Queen.
There's some brutal honesty.
There's
for
some brutal
you.
honesty.
Jesus.
I know. So there's a lot on the plane here. I've just been like binging like so many different albums that Sam's who's my keyboard player. He's like been telling me to listen to all these albums. I'm like on the plane, like yes, it's so good. Why can't I write songs like this? But I think it's just really cool surrounding yourself in like other people's art.
100%. And it's also just it's that reminder of going, oh my God, the ideas never run out. Like people are always creating these amazing things.
Yeah.
Like, so I imagine if you've ever got that fear, like, oh God, I haven't got a song. You're like, oh God, no, there's always a song. Listen to these.
Yeah.
As opposed to being threatened by them.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
We mentioned a little bit, and we just spoke then about not doom scrolling and you know what social media does. I'm curious, obviously your trajectory was massive on social media. Born to Be Alive was like Spotify and TikTok particularly. I was curious how it impacted your career personally, and really what are your thoughts on its role, because it's, you know, it's a real train, that's a weird metaphor, but sure, for the way we consume music now. So I'm sure there's probably like a love-hate thing going on
with TikTok.
TikTok and social media in general.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's obviously been incredibly helpful for me, because effectively, like when I didn't have anything, it was my own mini radio station to like give out to people, like, and I was fully in control of it, and I could just like put whatever I wanted out there and like allow people to discover me without any label, any publishing, any whatever. And I think that is the beauty of social media, is that anyone can just decide one day, right, I'm going to do a post, I'm just going to upload my video to TikTok, and it could just blow up and it could change their life forever, which is like kind of a magical thing. But then it's also, on the other hand, quite like detrimental on people's mental health, because I think it really does affect you. It's like the dopamine that you get from like suddenly seeing a post blow up, and then you're like reading through all the comments and you're like, oh my god, and then it kind of installs this like anxiety you get, like you're like, oh my god, I need to post again, I need to post every day, I need to check the comments, I need to see if anyone's giving me hate, I need la. And there was all those thoughts running through my head towards the beginning, and then I think as time has passed, I'm definitely a lot less affected by that. Like I don't read comments as much now, because I think when I do, you just end up seeing like 10 shit ones, and you're like, all that's doing is having like an unhealthy like impact on me. And so I just try and like not really read comments and get on with like what I'm trying to do, and just keep making music, and like with the idea that one day I'm going to put that music online, and then hopefully they'll think it's great, and and there won't be many hate comments. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know, it's a really weird one, because I think like teenagers especially, obviously like doom scrolling has become such a thing, like during COVID, when people were just bored out their minds sitting at home with nothing to do, and they just could scroll for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. You just get lost. It's like when you sit up at night and you're just like, you're 4 hours in, you're like, oh my god, what am I doing with my life? I need to go to bed. But it like draws you in, and has a really weird effect on you. But like in terms of like my career, it's been like a really useful resource, and I'm like really grateful for it at the same time.
And this thing is, we're also grateful for it being there, because there's so many artists we wouldn't know, such as yourself, if it wasn't. But I think it's a tricky thing we're still trying to navigate even on our social conscience.
Yeah.
I want to go back into your lyrics just because I'm obsessed. They address very universal experiences. Obviously, we have friendships and relationships, but there's also mental health and self-image, which me against my head, if anyone, I might just also play that.
Describe yourself in 3 words, all these things that I despise. There's only one person involved, and I'm at picking sides. Oh, about every inch of what's been keeping me alive. But I live by the rules of the bitch inside my mind. I couldn't impress her, even if I tried. You can tell me I'm pretty and tell me I'm great, but how can I believe something my brain tells me is fake? And tell me that I'm sexy, but my body feels dead when it's me. It's me against my head. Where's the self-confidence?
There you go. It's amazing. But I was curious, because there's that belief that songwriting has to come at a cost, and a cost for the writer, predominantly because of its exposing the soft underbelly to the world. And again, your lyrics are just so, even in their joy, so raw and so brutal and so very honest. And I was curious, how have you found the toll?
God, it's so weird because like writing a song like Me Against My Head, I'd never really spoken to anyone about like how I necessarily felt about my body or how I felt about like how the way I looked and things like that. And I remember when I wrote it, I wrote it in like half an hour and it just hit the nail on the head for me, like exactly how I was feeling at that given moment in time. And I played it to my family and they're like, what? Like, what do you mean that you've had like, that you think of yourself like that? There's no way you think of yourself like that. Like, why are you writing songs like this? And I'm like, because I do. And I just haven't spoken to you about it. And then I'm having to like bare my soul, like, you know, like this really, really deep song, basically exposing all my secrets, my deepest, darkest secrets to the world. And it is terrifying. It's so terrifying. Like, even with other songs, and like people always ask, oh, like if it was a song about someone else, people are like, oh, who's it about? Who's it about? And you're like, maybe I should just stop saying who's it about because I don't want the pressure of people knowing or like thinking that they should know who it's about. I just want to like write the song and leave it to exist, and it could be about anything, you know. I should probably be a bit more mysterious with things like that because I feel like when my friends are like, oh, who's it about? I'm like, oh, it was this boy. And they're like, ah. And then if I write a song about a friend, like I wrote a song about toxic friendship I had back in the day, and everyone's like, who's it about? Who's it about? And I'm like, you know what? Let's just leave it at that.
Let's not get into
it. Let's not get into it. No.
God, I mean, I love it. And again, we're the ones consuming it. But I always just go, oh, I wonder how that conversation goes around the dinner table.
Yeah, I know.
And I mean, speaking of, you have just been supporting a Women in Pop favourite who also doesn't hold back on personal punches, MXM Toon, on her European tour, which is incredible. I'm sure
so
that
fun.
was...
Yeah, so cool. So
everything.
Cool.
And now, obviously, we've got our upcoming tour in Australia.
Hell yeah.
On the way. Bring it to town. Supporting the Wombats and performing at the Summer Salt Festival. How are you feeling about that?
Oh my God. God help me. No, it's going to be so fun. But it's just so big. There's going to be so many people.
Yeah.
It's in arenas.
Yeah.
It's the biggest I've ever done by like miles. And yeah, I think it will be pretty insane. Like I'm so intrigued as to what the experience will be like because, yeah, I've just like never performed to that many people. It's going to be hectic because I guess we're flying from each of the cities, like,
yeah, Australia's big,
you know, day after day. So it's going to be mad. And like, I'm thinking about the aircon on planes. Will my voice go? Oh my God. Going to need my nebulizer. But yeah, no, I can't wait. It's such an honor that they're having me on this tour. And like, there's two other really cool artists who are like supporting them as well. So I get to meet other artists, which is like my favorite thing to do. Because I feel like I don't get to meet enough artists in the industry. But when I do, they're always like the coolest people. So yeah, that'll be really fun. And then I announced my 2 headline shows 2 days ago as well, which is sick. I know, 1 in September and 1 in October.
Oh my God.
Sydney and Melbourne. Oi, oi.
Come on, everyone.
I know.
I mean, well, we're here now. So we're going from arena to headline, or are we're
going
smashing them between?
Yeah, we're going in between.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. So it'll be arena. It'll be like arena, headline, arena.
I don't know
headline,
what would be scarier.
Arena. I know. I mean, probably the headline, to be honest.
I think so. Sorry, I'm making it worse. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, you should be scared.
Yeah, like honestly, it's terrifying. No, but it's so cool. Like 25 hours away from home. The fact I get to do a headline show this far away from there is like mad. And the fact that like people would show, like even one person would show up, I'm like, whoa, how have you even heard of me? Do you know what I mean? But like,
they'll be there.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. It's a lovely audience down here.
I know. Well, I did a small performance last night and like it was a really cute vibe and everyone's just so friendly and like lovely and great. Yeah.
No, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
I'm just very curious, lastly before I leave you, just reflecting on your trajectory and journey, what have been some of those or your favourite kind of pivotal moment that really defined your path and possibly even your voice as an artist?
I think like the moment I started listening to Lily Allen, genuinely, at like 17. Like I obviously knew of Lily Allen before I was 17, but I only really, really delved in, like was reading every single lyric as I was listening to the song kind of thing when I was 17. And I think it just like changed my perspective on what you could write music about. Like when I was growing up, I'd be like, oh yeah, you have to write love songs. If you want to like have a hit, you have to write a love song. And it's like, screw that. Just write about whatever the hell you want to write about, and like people will follow along on the way. And like she, you know, one of her songs is called like Nan is a window shopper, and she has like Friday Night, whatever it's called, like London, like I don't know, London, where she sings about Friday nights. And it's just like, this is so great. Like she's just living her life and documenting it. And I think that's a really cool process. And it really inspired me to just like say whatever the hell I want to, which is why I'm talking about sucking toes and Rich, which is not great. But but I think that was definitely a pivotal moment in my like writing career. Otherwise, recently I've had a bit of a, listening to Brandy Carlisle, I've had a bit of like a revamp on like how I see music and how I want to write, and like how I want to tailor melodies more to my voice. And like I love how she does like the octave jumps and things like that. And like initially when I was online, people would listen to me because they like to hear my low voice, and I just haven't really used my low voice in any of my songs yet, really. And so I really want to delve more into that world and do the like low to high thing, and like just think about that side of things a bit more. And like I've gone through the phase of chaotically like write about whatever the hell you want to write about and just chuck it out there and like woohoo, like I'm a chaotic person. But I think now I'm like, you know what, I really want to get my head down and just delve into a project and really think about it before any of it comes out, kind of thing. I feel like I haven't done that yet, because like both my first EP and my second EP were kind of songs that were just chucked together from writing over the years. And so I think this next project, I really want it to be more like crafted, if you know what I mean.
Oh, be prepared, everyone, because it's not like you were starting off at like the lower podium, let's just say. B, it has been honestly so fun chatting with you today. Thank you very much for joining us. Listeners, Be In Her Business's new single, Rich, as you heard before, is a killer. There's toes. It's out now. You can buy it, download it and stream it on all platforms. Plus, you will be touring across Australia in September, October, arenas, headline shows. For more info and to buy tickets, go to her website, Be In Her Business.
Business. It's a great website.
Business. Before we go, a quick reminder, issue 17 of Women in Pop magazine with Celine Dion on the cover is out right now and features interviews with Amy Shark, Missy Higgins, Sophie Tucker and more. You can buy your copy now at a news agency near you or at womeninpop.com/subscribe. Thank you for listening today. Until next time, from myself and B, goodbye.
Bye.